All right, now you have a West Coast legend man right here. Where-o? Question of the day. As a fighter, what is the most important thing to train?
I got a real unorthodox answer to this one. For me, it's composure. It's being calm, doing everything you can to be calm, because if you're not calm, your cardio goes faster, you lose your form, everything. Like if you can't manage that adrenaline dump and that composure, nothing else matters.
Damn, fair enough. Thank you.
Yeah, all right, my man.
All right, we got Dre over here. Now, question of the day. As a fighter, what is the most important thing to train?
Most definitely your mental, man. You got to get your mind right before every fight. You got to get your mind right before every training session. You got to have that right mentality. You got to eat right. It's a 24/7 battle with the mind, man. You got to have your mind right all the time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
No problem, man.
All right, we got Mr. Karate Kid over here getting prepared for his fight. Yep. Now, question of the day. As a fighter, what do you feel is the most important thing to train?
We're supposed to train? Aikido wrist locks, #1.
Opponents better watch out.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, we got June right here.
What's going on?
Now, the question of the day is, as a fighter, what do you feel is the most important thing to train?
Cardio, man. Cardio. Cardio is, everything else is fundamentals, whether you're drilling, hitting pads, sparring, all that good stuff. But when the gas tank's empty, you can't throw shit, you can't pick your leg up to kick. It's a very important for any fighter, Yeah. So, that's it, cardio, man. I know it sucks to run and all that shit, but there's other ways to get cardio. You can go swimming, you know what I'm saying? Little jogs, you can do hiking and shit. That shit's important, man. Cars important, man. Take walks. Don't be out there driving on the bus and shit. Get out the house and walk your lazy ass down the street, man. Do something with your life.
Don't be lazy.
You can smoke weed and walk, too. There's cardio there, too, dude. You know what I'm saying? Buddy, man, I love you, bro.
Yeah, lots of love. Thank you.
All right, man.
All right, take it easy.
Right.
The Fight Team 206, check them out.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got two explosive.
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
No audio problems this time. I'm sorry about last time. But as a fighter, what is the most important thing to train?
I think it's mental toughness. You could have the skills of Mike Tyson. You go out there and you get scared. You know what I mean? Get punched in the face a couple times, then you're gonna lose all your shit. Mental toughness is the most important thing in everything. It like keeps you going from round 1 to round 3.
Heck yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, we have Coach Thomas over here with Training for Warriors. Now, question of the day. As a fighter, what is the most important thing to train?
Your everything, right? Really, right? You need everything. You got to have the skills or nothing else really matters, right? You got to have the cardio to be able to sustain the skills throughout the duration of the challenge. And then you got to have the mental fortitude to be able to withstand the new adversity and the waves as they crash along your perfectly designed shit. So you got to...
Can't say it any better than that. Thank
you much.
All right, this awesome man, Mr. Jabberwocky. Now, question of the day. As a fighter, what do you think is the most important thing to train?
Timing. Accuracy.
True. If you're throwing a bunch of nothings, hey, what are you going to do if you get hit?
Composure, too.
Heck yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, booyah with Mr. Nerd Rage over here. Now, question of the day. As a fighter, what do you feel is the most important thing to train?
So it depends on the style you're fighting. I think for wrestling, or for MMA, wrestling is the most important base because then you can choose where the fight takes place, whether it's on the feet or the ground. If you're doing other styles, you really need to figure out what attributes you bring to it. If you're a tall guy, you want to really work on your jab and keeping people away. If you're a shorter guy, you're going to want to work on your head movement. And I think regardless of what style you're doing, what type of martial art you're doing, having the cardio to do what you're doing for the entire time is the most important. So just training hard and recovering so you're not overtrained when you come in.
Thank you. Booyah, you got Morning Star.
What's up, everybody?
Now, question of the day. As a fighter, what is the most important thing to train?
Conditioning. Conditioning is king. Conditioning is everything. If you don't have conditioning, you can't keep going. There's a lot of fighters I see, they got their opponent hurt in round 3, but they don't have the conditioning to push through. They just back away, they're winded, they're kind of scared of getting countered. But if you have that conditioning, out there running every day, quit smoking, you're gonna do good. You just need that conditioning. Conditioning is king. Conditioning is the greatest submission hold ever because they can't do anything if they can't breathe like you can. If you're still breathing out your nose, they breathe out their mouth. You start cracking them, jabbing the eyes, get that chin up, just follow through. So conditioning. You got to push through that third round and keep on your opponent, and don't give them space. So most important thing for me, conditioning.
Hell yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, you got Arm and Hammer. Now, question of the day. As a fighter, what do you feel is the most important thing to train?
I feel like mental and spiritual resiliency is the most important thing to train. So you could. I remember my first fight. I had some skills, right? I thought I knew the shit, and when I went there, I was too nervous, and I got my ass beat. Okay, so you could have heart and no skill and still do good, but you got to have that peace of mind and that willingness to kill and die in battle, and I think that's the most important thing to train.
Damn, certified badass.
But I mean, honestly, just like grappling, probably. Grappling and like basic boxing. If you want something more technical, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.